சரி ஓகே. வெளியில் போகணும். சிஸ்டர் ப்ரெஷர் இவ்வளோ சவுண்டு கேட்குது, இவ்வளோ noise.
Sir, sir, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, yeah. For camera, chị bay. Tomorrow you give me? Okay, never mind. Then tomorrow. Okay.
Good afternoon, madam. Hear me, madam?
Yes, sir, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, madam. Proceed, madam. No problem.
Yes, sir. We have some more 5 minutes left, sir. Can we
Yeah,
wait till then, sir?
Yes. Sure, madam. No problem. No problem.
Okay.
Take your time.
Yes, sir. So once the recording button starts, I will start the program, sir. It's timer.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. We are just waiting for the recording button to go on.
Sure.
Yes, sir. We are starting the program, sir. Thank you.
Yes, madam. Please proceed.
The deep blue ocean world is a great gift to man. In recent times, this field of marine studies has thought on the imagination of many around this world. The life after doing this marine engineering on board ship is demanding both physically and emotionally. For most marine engineering graduates go on board ships for work, there are a good amount of short job as well. So to unfold the mystery and bring to realization that she is not the main aim of this program. So to proceed, I now call upon Dr. Smiley Madhuram, Associate Professor, Department of Marine Engineering, to welcome the gathering.
Thank you, Rehana. Respected Principal, sir, honorable speakers, diligent faculty members, dear students, I welcome you all to this afternoon day's function. First of all, I would like to thank the management and the principal of AMET University for taking so many initiatives for the well-being of the students. This program is organized to widen your perspective and hopes in the future of marine industry. Actually, when we were told to organize a program on higher studies, and that too for marine cadets, we were like, this is not possible. Why? Because cadets are not interested in any higher studies. And so we were like thinking whom to call as speakers, and speakers must be someone benefited with a higher education, and that too they should be from marine field. And most of all, their success story should be like an inspiration to other cadets. So this is when our principal sir stepped into the picture. Actually, sir was very busy those times with BOS meetings, so forth and so on. But then after fixing the speakers, I also had many other formalities which has to be completed to finalize the program. So I was also in a haste. But Principal sir was keeping on advising me, please keep calm, please wait. I will try to find good speakers for you. So after that, we were able to fix 2 notable speakers. And when we approached the speakers also, though they were very busy, once I explained the program notion, and that for AMET cadets, they were like very happy. Actually, they readily accepted and said, yes, we need to widen the perspectives, and said they were all willing. So now we are here to hear from them, and I express my profound gratitude to Engineer Kumaran Agilan and Engineer Gaurav Kumar Sinha for sparing us your valuable time and experiences. I once again welcome all the participants for this program, and I am extremely sure that this program will be of immense benefit to all of you. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
I think you have given a very good explanation because the time is very short. 2 hours, though we think it is 2 hours, it is very, very short because this is a very, very important, program. I should say higher studies, as you rightly said, higher studies doesn't come just that easy. I know I'm interrupting one introduction personnel, but I have to put it here. The cadets who are in this platform now hearing us are from GME, ETO, who have already done their 4 years of degree course. That means they have finished their 4 years. They are doing one more,
Relationships with vendors and good in licensing. Sir is also professionally skilled in administration, troubleshooting, and system information analysis. For this brief introduction, I now invite Sir Gaurav Kumar Sinha to enlighten us with the importance of pursuing higher studies and unfold the untold opportunities and benefits behind it. Sir, please take the forum.
we welcome you, sir.
Thank you so much, Miss Rifana. Oh, thank you so much for invitation. And I would like to thank one and all present here, and I would like to thank the AMET University management have given me opportunity to once again to deliver the speech in front of everyone in behalf of our cadets, our juniors, students, so that we could guide them in a proper way in a higher education. So let me introduce myself. I am a cadet a BE Marine Engineering, joined AMET University as a lateral entry in 2015 in a batch of 2014 and passed out 2018 through the campus placement. I got placed in Sembcorp Marine with in my batchmates of student along 18 people who joined Sembcorp Marine in a different departments. Although I would like to sail around the world, around the globe, but unfortunately during those days not much shipping companies came down to our university, but I'm very lucky that I'm placed in this company so that I can explore more on shipping. And I would like to thank my company as well. The company is ready to sponsor me for the higher education in shipping logistics and port management, so that our new generation of ports we can join as a management level, as a business and a logistic, which plays a major role these days. So why I have selected this topic, because of a main concern. I would like to highlight two here. Since I was working all around, it's been 2 years in the same company, and a lot of batchmates and junior cadets have reported, tried to text me, because all of them, I was a leader of AMET, then all of them have a traceability where this current senior is working right now. And most of them have tried to contact me regarding offshore platforms. Then I got surprised. What's happened? Is everything okay on board a ship since you're sailing all around in a leading company like Musk, Shell, Chevron, CT Management? Then I asked from them what goes wrong on board a ship. Then they told me a few things, which I would like to share later on, because we have a certain limited period of time to cover up all the basic education. So thank you once again, and I will be presenting my PowerPoint. And if you have any doubt, please, you can ask me a question later on. Thank you so much. So is this visible to everyone if I'm not wrong? Bhupati sir, can you see this?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay.
It's a wonderful port there, very busy port.
Thank you so much, sir. Okay, so I would like to start now. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay, framework in maritime industries, categories, offshore possibilities as a marine engineers, and future scope in shipping port logistic after higher studies. When we talk about logistic, then obviously it comes along after education. Okay, after this program, every EMET and participants will be able to classify and have a performance criteria and knowledge in MBA in shipping logistics, career objectives, offshore possibilities as marine engineers, clear vision on job scope in shipping logistics, shipping port logistics, benefits of higher education, trade-off what scope, knowledge of various courses after graduation. The guidance program to explore the benefits of higher education. Here we go, session overview. Why sector of maritime management, MBA in shipping logistics? Why? Because the port call all around the globe logistic chains operate through our seaports, including different stakeholders, involves international trades process such as import-export, the port authority, the terminal operates, the customs, the agents, the transport companies, grounds on maritime, and etc. The PLC plays a major role in important challenging for integration of those supply chain process, the huge number of public, private stakeholders. And another challenges faced by PLC is extension of several sources or variabilities and affect the important. So maritime is a business that promotes a strengthening regulation in maritime industries. The maritime research and management refers to increasing stability practice within the sea harvesting practices. So obviously, the amount of sea accident related to human errors as well as on-site boat incident. The masters in maritime management is a composition of both technical and non-technical training. The sectors includes education, application of both hard soft skill, the discipline attempt to combine multiple disciplines in order and create mutual understanding between internal, external sectors of industry. Basically, when we talk about marine on board a ship as a sailing cadet, or you join BSc Nautical Science or Marine Engineering, DNS, GME, ETO, and everything. So our main concern is to go on board management, MSc in International Shipping and Transport Logistics, Master of Maritime Science and Technology, MSc in Shipping Management, Maritime and Air Transport Management. I'd like to share, Singapore we talk about New Zealand, we talk about Australia, Germany, Hong Kong, and China, Shanghai. If we talk about India, then obviously, but we don't have much scope in India these days, and there is a lot of entire opportunities which we are not aware of. Once we step out from our country, then we see what are the opportunities we have in various generation of ports in the world. Then we realize that there is not only one sailing all the way. We have studied marine engineering or nautical science, and we started our career. There's a lot of other career we can focus on. So our new generation of ports is mostly digitalization. This is digitalization, new development in the field of artificial intelligence, blockchains, lots automation are becoming increasingly relevant in maritime transport. They because streamline existing program, create a new business opportunities, transform supply chain, trade, geography. Okay, I have selected few courses. We don't have much time to clear off all the courses, but I would like to share few courses. Eligibility criteria, you guys have to take your own initiative, responsibilities, and have to find them. But I have to just inform you of the overviews of these courses, so that you will have a rough idea what this certain courses is talking about as a masters, or we see about as a shipping operator and digital tools, everything. And also you will be able to find out after doing this certain degree in masters or MSc in logistic or shipping or trade management, where you will end up in. So we talk about the master shipping trade now. The study of database used carefully. This type of data is also collected from your organization. Who uses this data? Where does it serve? How is this data managed throughout life? How it is collected, verified, cleaned, distributed, downstream system, protected, verified, with throughout analysis for data on which I make decision and how they do it. We can begin the timeout data structure that will be starting point of your digital transformation. Okay, we talk about organization. Organization moves into measure digital operation, often finding data management burden. This approaches leads to misses opportunities, inefficient and unnecessary risk. With a structured data, governance, structure, and digital respiratory trusted data, your organization can begin the data, the risk data, and improve service delivery, drive growth throughout efficiency, innovation, continuous optimization. But first, you must accept the data and insist in your organization culture. But the understanding of the data is, as said, must be done from the top down by stakeholders who have both impacts on organization and understanding on the view of that data bring organization. Okay, after this master in shipping trading, these are the three you can see: maritime data analysis, manager, maritime securities data analysis, and shipping analysis. You have opportunities joining these sectors and joining this position after doing master shipping trading. And when we talk about data, then it's responsible for each of us to secure. As an organization I'm talking about,
I think sir is having a network issue.
hello?
Sir, are you there?
Yeah, you can hear
Yes,
me?
sir. Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Oh, sorry. I'm really sorry. There's something. Okay.
No issues, sir.
going on well, no problem.
Okay. Yeah, one of the most frequent requests we receive in our maritime digital is a concentration of data centers in one place, possibly regulated transfers offshore. Okay, when ship owners and managers and shipping company can remotely monitor, then these are the digitalization means optimization ship. Optimization with unmanned ship, which Japan and China have already launched down. And why this trading and trading as a masters is very important, because the management have to deal with the entire data in port. So these data are very confidential, and there is a lot of paperwork have to undergo. So these data, ship monitoring system or fuel consumption optimization system, or we talk about flow meters or temperature, etc., everything have very confidential of one organization like any shipping company. So this scope, I mean the shipping trading scope, and this shipping analysis are the responsible of keeping. And I would like to also inform these are the highly paid jobs in maritime businesses. We move to the next. Shipping in master in shipping operation. Okay, the speed of application of a sensor technologies is growing rapidly. As I stated before, all unmanned ships mostly installed with high technic sensors, which will lead a lot of number of technologies and regulation challenges. The capabilities of low-cost computing element will open up the wide range of opportunities for the industries and research. The device will also help to operate on network connection, remote device to collect, process data, wireless sensor technologies, deployment of new generation of micro and nano mechanical sensor will be on track with business changes in environmental monitoring and data collection. So, marine digital tool for vessel performance, help of lots device learning, marine learning methodology as a part of marine digital FOS. We solve all the problems may arise when monitoring vessel performance. This includes not only collecting data from the different ship, but also process and receive data and creating information. We'd like to share these days unmanned all vessels. As I've been working on board for the Shell, recently the LNG. I would like to share of my company. Recently, the first LNG container converts to LNG return to services. This entire bulk carriers is converted into LNG, and they have installed with various digital FOS or various monitoring vessel performance, high data. So when I negotiated with the supervisor and superintendent of the vessel, as it was undergoing and as a FPSO change convert vessel, then a lot of more deformation have to be done and a lot of improvement have to be done, because we have to change the entire structure of the ship. I'm talking about the shipyard in my company. Then all the sensors which I talk about is highly trained. I mean, human has not to be on board a ship, and these sensors can directly send all the data collection and environment monitoring, or we talk about a new generation of wireless sensors, they can send to the certain organization. By doing this, they can be monitoring your vessel from one part to the other country, where what's going on, when you need repair, when you need maintenance, everything this sensor is so performance will monitor efficiencies. So after doing this, you can join as any well organization as a vessel operation manager and shipping operation manager. These entire things will be your responsibilities, and also these two are the very high paid jobs. We talk about MSc in international shipping and transport logistic. An integrated logistic and transport system represents the integration and new emerging water transport system into other transport system as well, supply production chains. In the maritime context, the focus is only physical and digital connectivity to supply productivity chains. In maritime transport sectors, huge amount of data are available that can be support new business opportunities, improve logistics, ship operation, value data services for better management. And intermodal freight and transport will increase safety and security, environmental performance and competitiveness. And after doing this, digitalization drives automation, possibly impact service safety and environmental performance. New clouds technology will significantly affect the design, manufacture, operation ships, and their component. The Internet of Things will help drive a smart shore-based vessels. Cybersecurity and human factor will become important issue of digitalization, automation. Next generation ship-to-shore connection will help ship owner to reduce cost, avoid costing, repair, improvement, improve operational efficiencies, digitalization center, automated process. Introduction to big data into maritime operation will lead optimize energy, fuel efficient, vessel performance, unconditional monitoring, and real-time weather data. You can join as a logistic shipping supervisor, logistic and transport manager, assistant logical management. Okay, same chain supply management system for maritime ports. We talk about port logistic chain in Paris or global logistic chain, that is operation through port sea, different stakeholder involved in international trade process such as import-export. As I stated in our paragraph on PLC, why PLC is a very important superstructure which is consisting of port community and facilities communication, integration of different stakeholders of PLC, and the third element of framework. The port logistic operation model is related to type of infrastructures and operation model of port systems, which could be either one state, three terminal, or number of ports. The external trucks required to receive at the pre-terminal, then be directed to corresponding terminals. So generation of ports, first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, now it's 5 and 6 generation. So supply chain have improved in the logistic chain a lot. In sectors, we present more detail in the process. The level decision rely on the depreciation and conversion planning and based on resources and gate capacity. The growth scope capacity as a pre-terminal and terminal, as well as SS roads with a medium and short-term horizontals. The planning of vessel port scheduling, vehicle port planning, demand port, exit of vehicle flow activities, everything is chain supply. Once the ship berth on board on the berth, then supply chains, your warehouse, your logistic, how to bring down the containers, supply and to certain parties, data logs, everything is responsible by the supply chain management system. So this is how it works in the port logistic, port terminal system, custom system, shipping agent system, finance, then financial institution system. And one by one is goes on like this. Shipping agency procedure, when we take about custom procedure, have then publication, dispatch scheme, registration, pickup of cargoes, control of vehicle arrivals to the port system, delivery of cargoes to the third party, the control of exit of vehicle from port system, one place to another place, managing out, all comes in port logistic. How you manage, how you deal with this situation, and registration, announcement, clearance, port terminal. This is a chart base. So tree management in logistic have a very important role to play. Your management, vehicle management system, and order management system too. So scheduling, planning, forecast. demand management system and pre-terminal port system, pre-terminal port system, control, execution, preparing, scheduling, forecasting. So PMS support system for coordinating a vehicle. I mean the port and the managing vehicle others. The two main vehicle flow contributes. Vehicle flow from one hinterland, I mean port, to the port terminal fully containers, and second is the vehicle flow from one to empty containers. And this should be implemented. I mean, the control reduction, the consumption provide more efficient resource, the capillary utilization of the port terminals, as well as a better service standard level to external truck in terms of truck round times. Management of the traffic flow within the port is a shared task among the operators and the port coordinators, such as Port Authority, and their efficiency and productivity are critical factor for customers in the term of services time. And receiving export cargoes, dispatching, and cargo can be received and dispatched either containerized or big bulk cargoes. Consolidating, unconsolidating cargo activities could be performed at the port. So VMS architecture consists of two layers, as I shared just now. An order management system. Order implement we consist directly dispatching import containers flow. Functionalities of anticipation procedure and CE/CD traceabilities, OMS, incorporate required to control execute activities with the PLC. Both are interlinked together, VMS as well. And demand is a third party, I mean shipping obviously. So this is a third party management systems comes in. Anticipated information related to the workload consists of different area of the port, pre-port, terminals, active, and prospective tasks within the planning horizon is required. The demand management system with aim to forecast demands on the determined planning horizontal. The DMS consists of two types as well. The static forecast model works with the planning horizontal 1 week, provide aggregated information workload consists of the PLC, term, current, active, promotive tasks to be executed. The dynamic forecast is a model estimate workforce, active task to the post of next shift. Both forecast model should be updated and can be related to track appointment system. This is how this vehicle management system, your demand and order management system works in shipping port. And this is your parameter option, traffic control. As I stated before, how it one by one is works, and traffic control when vessel is butting to all the way when we are discharging cargoes. Traffic control, vehicle flow rates, it all comes under vessel management system in port. I'm talking about fourth generation of port. Trade of work scope. The evolution of seaports, particularly those handling containers loads, leads to the creation of an even more complicated system of connection between the participants in a port service market, both from the supply and demand side. The importance of seaports may be expressed by categorizing them into given port generation in according to UNCAT concept. Port of first, second, third, fourth generation can be distinguished. Now is fifth and sixth as well. So before joining any port, right, we have to understand which generation port are we. So generation port function all commercial centers during those days. Now second generation port, point-to-point shipping handling, transport system, maritime transport, rail transport, maritime, road transport comes in this. Third port, Indies World Center between 1940 to 1945. Port plays logistic function for both purpose of chaining and militaries. Right now, yes, logistic center from node handling multi. fifth and sixth generation coming on, the logistic 4,000 years of port history leads to the conclusion that port and this generation should be combined with the following function. These are the fifth generation ports are dealing with. What is the benefits of higher education? You can see when digitalization comes, automation vessels, shipping management operations, then internet vessel and digital platform, and trade finance and logistics, which I stated in the first slide. The options for marine engineers to join, as well as finance and logistics. So digital, sorry. Automation of vessel is a new nautical network and advanced navigation and 5Gs. Commissioning, shipping and management operation, Internet of Things, fleet management systems. Internet of Vessel and digital platform is weather data, shipping, building and technologies, and finance are dealing with blockchains and Internet of law. So these are the benefits: improve standardization, exploration, experimentation. The concept of main value creation and digital business model are used. In particular, how the concept of value creation and is implemented in extent of digital strategy in the shipping, how it is understood by a participator, and how what extended in utilization and practice oriental allow the expansion of digital innovation. So all MSc technology and management is a deep focus on program like strategic and machine learning, data mining, analysis, good international mixture, and strong support from industry as well, including various maritime port authority, PSA, a seminar, what scope industry visit would be arranged, etc. And yes, once masters from international organization, mostly I have experienced the job placement is assured by any institute, high demanding. So offshore possibilities as marine engineers. You could, after sailing or after graduation, unfortunately someone is not getting placed, and there are options which we are not aware of it, because we have a very clear picture in our mind. Marine engineering, nautical science, yes, no placement. At the end of the day, we will go to Mumbai and will wait for 5 to 6 months, unnecessary involvement with agents, and most of them in our batchmates, I would like to share, get cheated up. Some are lucky to pay to the agent and getting a vessel. So no, it's wrong. I mean, there is opportunities after graduation in major stream trade like marine engineering, and here are they. It's 10. You can join this production team in shipyard India. Okay, there are scopes, but not much as compared to abroad. There are much scope in shipyards and manufacturing new build vessels. And join as hull structure, steel fabrication, we have already covered in our second or third year of marine engineering, never architecture. Steel fabrication, one by one step installation, the process of new build vessels. QA, QC in shipyard means quality assurance and quality control. As for the class, DNV, GL, IRR, everything comes under S. You can be representative as well, but you have to undergo few QA courses to get eligibilities. Join repair, maintenance in shipyard, mechanical department. Mostly it's trade for the marine engineers, although they are not selling it out, but they have opportunity in joining mechanical department with dealing with all repair job scope on board a ship. When ship comes berth, we are the most taking care of it in engine room. Taking care of all installation procedure from top to bottom is yard responsibilities. In case we are unable to do so, we have to call certain brand and we have to engage with a third-party vendor and they can do the repair and maintenance. But there's a great opportunity for marine engineers also. They can explore machinery manufacturing, like Salza Watsila International Organization. They have a lot of machinery manufacturing as a 4-stroke, 2-stroke engine these days. So you have also option open to join this. And the manufacturer as repair maintenance team in shipyard. HSE courses is 3 months courses after marine engineering. You can get this health and safety environment courses and join as a safety engineer in shipyard and dealing with all safety steps. Your class, joining a class ABS IR, yes. This is not in a first level, obviously. This requires C experience, minimum as third engineer. Then only, because it's a class requirement. I've gone through one by one, and it is a class where I have not seen any fresh grads to joining as a class, as ABS or IRS, ETC, various classes in the world. They need minimum experience cadets to join as planner project management. This is also, you are taking care of commissioning. This is really very experience. You have to take care of a commissioning, installation, electrical process, a new building, traceability, and what scope. This comes under project management from top to the bottom. From top means starting of the erection of a vessel and sub-building structure, steel fabrication to hull structure, installation of piping, installation of all electrical items on board a ship, installation of all machineries on board a ship are taken care by project management. They are the highly paid job in shipyard, entire shipyard. And get shipping logistic course done and join as a port as logistic container planner. Thank you so much. These are my slides, and I would like to hand over to.
Yes, Mr. Gaurav Kumar. Gaurav Kumar Sinha. I know you as our cadet, and now when I see you, I'm so proud and very happy also. I tell you, among all the sessions, that's what I was repeatedly. This program, the program of higher studies, is a unique one. Even myself, when I started my cadetship and went on through, if I would have come to know that this many number of programs are there, I would have just boarded off the ship from UK or US somewhere and just joined one of these courses and made my career elsewhere in something great. But we never had such programs, or we didn't know much. Those days you have to write one cadet or an engineer on board. He will write to the UK college, and the UK college will send some booklets, and only 1 or 2 courses will come to know, and that too it's in a very big high pounds rating. So the idea gets fizzled out there itself. But now I tell you, with this, just the PPT what you projected, I think huge volumes of ventures for a marine engineering cadet. There is a great demand he can get into. You have just opened that window for them, and I hope my cadets would have enjoyed, and we look forward for more and more programs from you. Thank you very much, Mr. Gaurav Kumar Sinha. Thank you. Good.
Thank you, sir, for your powerful, inspirational guiding speech. And as cadets, we're happy to know that not only sea, but also the land is a friend to us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
man.
Thank you, sir.
So it's my proud privilege to introduce our next speaker and a proud alumni of AMET University, Engineer Kumaran Ahilan. Sir, with a sound understanding of engineering principles and engineering design experience, sir has served as an engine cadet, and presently he's serving as a 4th engineer with Moss Line. Sir, please take the forum.
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, faculty. Good afternoon, students. I hope everyone is having a great afternoon. before we
Oh
take
yeah,
on,
we are enjoying it.
before we take on, let me just take an opportunity to introduce myself. Just give me a minute. Yeah, could you see my slide, sir?
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Yes. Yeah, let me take an opportunity to introduce myself. I'm Kumran Agilan, a proud AMET alumni. I've been sailing with Maersk Line for past 5 years now. Last year, when I decided to I was planning to do my master education for a very long time, but I couldn't get a proper guidance and all these things. And now, when I felt that AMET is organizing something that which could help my juniors to know what is in
Right.
their future. I thought it is a great privilege for me to come here and speak over there. I really thank uh, Assistant Professor Marudam for encouraging me to come here and talk, and also Bhupati Bhaskar sir. I've been known you from my cadet days. You have been my teacher. I really pledge to say that I've been hopefully a good cadet and a good engineer from you.
Sure, sure. Good engineer, sir.
So coming on, what I was like, what is our scope is like going high with higher education. When we stand coming on to this, let's say that I was deciding to study my masters, and when I decided to study my masters, I was like going through like so much courses and all, but I couldn't get into a clear picture like what to study. As like every of my batchmates comes and say, "Hey, let's go and study for class two," but everyone studies class 2, everyone studies class 2. I'm not saying that it's bad, but right now we have a demand of sustainable ship operations. Like our shipping is moving towards a sustainable, very efficient manner of shipping operations. So I thought we should study something different, not the usual way. So when I was thinking about it, I just started go through few universities, and even I got my LOR only from Bhuvadi Bhaskar sir. That too when I was sitting on the ship, and sir helped me getting it. So I really wanted to say that AMET helps you in your higher education for a very long time. Coming back, right now I'm in my holidays and I'm preparing for my GMAT exam because I've got offers from 5 6 universities, and some are like conditional offers. They require GMAT. So right now I'm preparing for my GMAT exam. Moving on with the slides, let me give you a brief view like what you have to do, how to set your goals, and all. The first and priormost thing of your higher education plan is to set your own goals. Like as Louis Pasteur said, fortune always favors the prepared mind. And your goals should be really, really unique. Like I have a different goal and my friend has a different goal, maybe you have a different goal and he has a different goal. So always make it personal. Like you have to have a personal touch to your goal. If you have your personal touch to your goal, it will help you to achieve it. It will give you the push to move forward. And don't always limit yourself. To me, if you ask, don't draw a circle and try to stay in its circumference. Stretch your targets, move on, think widely. Like you have a horizon to explore. Don't just narrow your dreams. And to me, if you ask, I'll say that always aim for the stars so that you could be happy even if you reach the moon. And that is what I wanted to say is like be open to adjust with it. Like there are few of my friends who says that I have to clear class 2, I have to go on this day I have to finish my exams, on this day I have to do that. Nothing happens in that way. It just goes along. You can't set your you never we To be really honest, on these days it's really impractical. Basically, I wanted to start my master education last year, but it got stretched due to COVID. So I have to adjust to it. I can't say that no, I will do it today. So just be open to adjust to whatever it happens. And never ever consider, like, if you have a obstruction, if you have something which stops you now, don't worry. Everything happens in life. Always don't consider a full stop. Just consider your mistakes, consider your barricades as commas, and just keep continuing. This is what helps you to achieve your goals. And keep working hard till you achieve your goal. If you have a set goal and you have a set plan, you can definitely achieve your goal. No one can stop you. And as I always say, the only person who stands between what you want and what you want to become is you. Coming up to the exact topic, for your understanding, I'm just giving you a brief, like, what is upgradation, what is promotion. Upgradation is like, there are few people who just want to stay in the same position, like they don't want promotions in their life. I'm not saying upgradation is bad. There, like, it has, in our field, it has a different way. Like, basically, we Indians, we don't have this tendency. But if you get to sail with the Filipino seafarers, Filipino engineers, they don't want to grow up. Like, they just give their class 4 exams and they just stay. They are very happy with their third engineer or fourth engineer jobs. They don't want to take that responsibility. But you will never ever experience that with an Indian guy. He always wants to climb, and that urge in us makes us grow. To me, to be really frank, I say that I see that really, really as a positive way in which we could go up in life. And to for upgradation, like right now, there are, if you stay in the same position also, every position keeps on increasing. Like, a role and responsibility you had earlier for the same position is not that now, because ships are getting huge, getting wider. So your responsibility, your roles get changes. So in order to get accomplished with it, you have to improve, and that is called upgradation. When coming to promotion, it's just moving on vertically in rank and responsibility. So always try to move up. Like as I said in my first, don't draw a circle and try to stay inside it. Just keep it open. Like, the place where you are designed to work is oceans, and oceans has limits only on the horizons. And many of my friends ask that, why do you want to study? What is there in your PG? Why do you want to do your post graduation? And many of you guys also have the same doubt. To be really frank, that I had this urge to study my masters right from a small age. To me, like, MBA is like my dream. When I decided to do MBA, I was looking like universities, like where could I do it, because an MBA is something which is gonna change or culturally shift you from. You have to move from your workspace environment, that is basically your ship, to a office environment. That transit, I need something to transit from there, and in that ways, MBA was the one which stood tall and said that I could help you. And when I was saying about Indians, we Indians right now, we are on the top of everything. You know, the CEO of Google, Nokia, Microsoft, Mastercard, everyone are Indian. Even Musk, Musk vice president is an Indian now. So everything happens, like, Indians are rising more and more. And to reach that, you really need to study. Like, basically, a bachelor's degree doesn't help you to reach that heights. So you have to keep on growing, developing your skills. So moving on, let me take you to the challenges what all you faces in. Yeah. Hopefully, I know many of you guys. Insta bio would be this: smooth seas never make a skillful sailor. And I hope so. You guys are just cadets and you have never seen what is a smooth sea and what's a rough sea. If you really experience a worse sea, when the ship rolls to 40 degrees, which is like 40-degree rolling, and your main engine stops due to lube oil pressure cutout, you'll definitely know what is a rough ski. and I know our chief engineers would have definitely experienced it, but I'm just giving you guys a rough picture. What is it and how does it happen? And when it happens, when you see things flying around you and you dancing from the starboard side to the port side, that day you'll get to know what is the reality the proverb means to say. I'm not saying that only ship has pressure and all. Every job you go, you definitely have to handle your work pressure and your mental stress. Everywhere you have this problem of hand. You have to develop the culture of handling pressure. It really needs. You have to try to balance your work environment to handle the pressure everywhere you to whatever job you go. You have a senior, he has a senior, and he definitely has another senior, and it's just a hierarchy. When you work in an environment which has a hierarchy, there's a guy who's going to put the pressure on the next guy. When that guy receives the pressure, he's going to put it back on the next guy. At last, you will be the guy who's facing it. So try to balance it. Experience. I'm not saying just take it easy. Like prove them that you can handle. When you prove them that you can handle, people will start putting less pressure on you. You can do your job, chill, no issues. When coming to managing your motivation is the one which helps you in many ways. You have to be really motivated to stay on ship, or really motivated to go leave your job and study. You need that kind of motivation that, okay, if I leave this today, I will be able to do that and I'll be able to move there. To do that, you need a hell lot of motivation, and that it's really personal. You have to develop it. When coming to change in perspective, what I really mean to say here was that, like, you guys are cadets right now, and you have a different perspective of what is marine engineering, what is life on ship, how is it gonna be. You'd have heard stories, people saying that I have visited to so much countries, I have explored there, I've been there, and many, and even I had a cadet, like in my last ship. To him, he thought that marine engineering was a white collar job. Please don't have that perspective. It's a big shift. When you have that kind of perspective, the change in perspective plays a really great role. You have to face that challenge to move on. Coming on, the foremost thing, biggest challenge a marine engineer could face is balancing family life. Yes, sir, you want to say something? Sir?
No, sir, you can continue, sir.
Balancing family life. When I say balancing family life, it's like you really stay away from your family. You couldn't same. You couldn't attend your functions. You couldn't be there together when they need you. And one of my reason of me moving on for my higher studies is definitely my family life. I couldn't really balance it, and I wasn't so good in balancing my family life. That is why I wanted to move on show. People say that nowadays we have internet, we are well connected with family. I do agree that those days when Sir was sailing, when our chief engineers were sailing, they didn't have so much facilities as we have now. Basically, I've been sailing for 5 years right now, already more than 5 years now. I'm not saying you don't get your internet, you don't have your connection, but still there are many other issues, like you stay on a different time zone. Basically, you will be on a different time zone. Basically, if you are in US or if you're in Canada, if your ship's in sailing in Pacific Ocean, you never get a chance to speak with your family because of the time zone differences. It might be day for you, and it might be night for them. And another biggest thing is, if you are a land in a different country, then your time zone is fixed. But that never happens in ship, because your ships keeps moving constantly from one place to another. You have a change in time zone continuously. You have to manage your sleep, you have to manage your culture, you have to manage your body, everything, and move along with the change in time zone. It's a bit tough, but you'll get along. I'm not saying you can't get along. And that is where you have to know how to balance your life. Moving on, like, this is really one more challenge you face is like you have to give space to what you become. Like in my last ship, you don't get basically I work in Mustang, so and I'm almost doing my Danish ship, so getting one or two Indians with you is a really huge deal. So you have to get along with people of different culture, different ways. Their thinking and your thinking like definitely doesn't go in line. So you have to adapt to that. To adapt to that, and though you get adapted, though you get friendly, you still have something which sustains you. That in ships you get an ample time, like after your rest hours, after your work hours, basically you get an ample rest hours to do. So I started writing. The calmness in sea made me write. I started scribbling some poems and all these stuffs. And last in my last ship, I was studying for my GMAT exam for my MBA admissions. So basically you have to develop something to keep you busy on ships.
Sir,
Moving
I
on.
have a question.
Yeah, just give it.
We have a discussion session after the speaker speaks. We both the speakers will be there. If you can wait till the end, it will be nice. Sir can proceed, sir. We can
Yeah,
have the interactive section later on.
yeah, okay. So what I say is like these are just main reflections of my life. The goal is that sorry for this. As Dalai Lama said, you have to have your own goal. Grades, I'm not saying it doesn't matter. It matters, but it not to that extent. I am not a topper. I am not a 9 CGPA holder, but still I work in a good company. So I really wanted to say that grades doesn't matter. Basically, your skill, your talent matters. Try to develop it. Your your friendship in the college days, your friendship in your ship, it really helps you in many ways. When you prepare for your exams, when you do when you do your research, when you do your thesis, even when you work on ship, basically everyone doesn't sail on a same ship. Everyone has a different ship, different kinds of engine, different kinds of equipments. I go to a ship, my friend goes to a different ship. So we share our knowledge, just basically say that, okay, you had that purifier, I had this purifier, your engine was this, my engine is like this, and everything is not same. Maybe all the conceptual wise it's same, but still working wise it differs. And we have that tendency to speak like, okay, this is okay, it works in that way, this works in that way. This gives you like shows you that when you study in your college you become a part of something. To be really frank, I just told you that I really have that say that I am a really proud to say I'm an AMET alumni. Give space for yourself, enjoy life, don't just push on and try. I'm not saying don't push on, but everything has its own limits. Moving on, let's go to life on ships. Life on ships, definitely, it's really unique. It's not just like being on land, sitting at your home and ordering Swiggy and eating. It definitely never happens. Because I had a chief mate who used to say that, okay, today we are here. Do you think that we can eat this? No, it's not gonna happen. Uh, don't see people saying that we have these drone deliveries and all these things. That's not gonna happen in ships. Being on ship is a bit unique, little bit challenging. It's really exciting. You get to be really honest. If you are working on a land, you have to go to a job at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. You have to wake up at 6 o'clock, get ready, dress up, then travel for 1 hour or half an hour. I'm not talking about the current COVID situations. I'm talking about the real, real situation. Even how our faculties used to come to our college, they have to travel almost. If someone is living in some part in Chennai, he has to move almost 1 hour in the heavy traffic just to reach Kanado. Same, but in ship, it's not like that. To 8 o'clock job, just get up at 7:30, 7 o'clock. It's far enough, and you don't need to think about your costume. You don't need to think about your dressing sense. It's just one boiler, so no issues with your costumes and all makeups and all these things. Life on ship is definitely demanding. Like it really demands a lot. You have only 23 people max to max. I've been doing the bigger ships, almost 400-meter longs. Still, it's just 23. It's just 23 crew. So you have to basically a ship which is 150 meters or 100 meters have the same 23 crew, and a ship which is 400 meters has the same 23 crew. But the work of the ship of 150 meters and 400 meters is definitely not gonna be the same. So it demands a lot. Like you can't say that that is not my job area. It's not my responsibility to do that. That never happens in ship. Basically, you're isolated from land. You have to be there, do it when someone requests you, or when someone works. You have to get to develop the ability to go there and help him. That is one thing which makes you more, more and more. You get along with people only by that. When a person works, like, yeah, yes,
Sorry,
Mohammed.
sorry. No, sorry.
Yeah, it's
He
okay.
unmuted his mic. Thank you.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Um, so that is what you have to develop. Like basically, you have to develop the character of helping someone, getting along with people. You have only 23 faces to see for 6 months. So just think, don't develop a habit like, okay, I am a senior, I'm a marine engineer, he's just a crew. No, the crew might be 24 years experience, and you're nothing in front of him. He can do what you do in just half an hour. You might take more than 2 hours or 3 hours to do it, but he can do it in half an hour. He's so experienced to do it. So never ever think that, okay, I am above someone and all. That that doesn't happen in ships, to be really frank. Everyone comes and stands behind you when you do something. And that is what you have to start developing right now. Coming on, it's really bit tiresome. Not, I don't want to say that it's tiresome every day, because IMO has its IMO and ILO has its own regulation that you have to have a certain amount of rest hours on ship, and companies do follow it. I'm not saying that companies don't follow it. Companies do follow it, try to abide it in every means, but it depends on situation. Sometimes situation depends you or demands you to do it, and you can't say that, no, I've been working 8 hours, my 8 hour work is done, I'm logging off. Because you're not working in an IT right now. Okay, after 8 o'clock I'm just logging out, I can come and do it tomorrow. That doesn't happen, my friends. It's not like that. In case if you're facing an issue, it has to get solved, and you have to keep the ship moving. Companies really don't want to stop a ship at whatever cost it is. So you have to, I'm not saying it happens every day, but it do happens. On You have to be ready to accept that, okay, if it happens, I'm okay with it. And I'm saying that I've been, some days I work almost 23 hours, but I take off the next day. That I'm not saying that they don't give me off. I do take offs, but on when you face some challenges, when you face some maintenance, or when you face some problems on ship, you can't say that, no, it's not my job, it's not my work watch, it's not my duty. No, it doesn't go in that way in ships. When coming to lonely, you definitely have that feel. Maybe you get along with everyone. You you're so nice with everyone. People like you on ship. people help you, people come and play with you, uh, people engage you in activities, but still you have that one feel of loneliness on ship. And it doesn't go so easily. So just try to keep yourself busy. Like, don't sit idle. Uh, re- Enjoy, watch movies, watch series. Keep yourself busy. That is what I really mean to say. When you start to start to sit idle, you start to see it's just blue around you and nothing else. And when you start to see blue around you, I really do take a lot of pictures and all, but even though after, like, you just keep on seeing sunset for 1 week, you start feeling bored. Okay, every day sun doesn't set in the same way, but still if you keep seeing it for 1 week, I really guarantee you it, every day you I really love watching it, and every evening that's my routine. After dinner, I just go out and watch sunset, listen to music. That is my everyday routine. But still, I'm saying that if you start doing it every day, you start feeling lonely because you stay away from everyone. Maybe you have 23%, but those guys are the guys you're gonna see every day. Each and every day, you see the same face. You really get bored. And when you start getting bored, you start developing the feel that, okay, I'm lonely, I need something. Just don't go along with it. Develop develop hobbies. Just keep yourself busy, to be really precise. When you keep yourself busy, you don't have time to think that you're lonely. Going on, uh, this is one more thing which I really wanted to empathize on the current students is what skills we need to develop to become a good engineer, or become a good manager, or become a good person overall. Basically, though we take our workshop skills, we aren't so good at hand skills. And I think people will do agree with me that basically we Indians, we don't have a we are not, I'm not saying we are not good, but we have to improve more. That is what I wanted to say. Because when you compare with the European cadets have a great hand skills, which we lack a bit behind them. Maybe we are knowledgeable. I'm not saying we are not knowledgeable. We know we have a great extent knowledge which these guys don't have. But the problem is their hand skills are really, really good. And to be really frank, that basically we are a little bit low on our practical education, practical stuffs. I hope it is getting improved every day, but still we have to focus and empathize a little bit more on our hand skill techniques, like welding, machining, like our lathe machine, use of our lathe machines and all these things. When coming to analytical skills, we aren't we aren't that good in analyzing situations. Like I've been observing, and even me, I don't consider that my analytical skills is really up to the mark. This is one thing which we really a bit lack. I'm not. You can't say that you don't have it. We have it in us, but the thing is, we still need to improve it. Data sciences is like a field which is now rocketing on the market. And when I say data science, many would think that how does data science fit in here? It definitely fits, my friend, because nowadays data interpretation becomes a very, very huge role in shipping. Companies really wanted to operate their ships so economical. So economical means so economical. Like before 1 ton of fuel, people don't give so much for it. But now it's not like that. When you take bunker, we have, like, in Maersk we have a software called Stack. Basically, every ton of fuel which you consume, it, it calculates like this engine has taken this much of engine, and it not just gives us the report, but it directly goes on show. So your data interpretation skills has to improve. Another things, last but not the least, is soft skills. When I say about soft skills, many people think it's just English. I really agree that our English is far good when compared with any other Europeans and even many foreigners. Like, to be really frank, I've been writing my chief engineer mails because my chief engineer couldn't write a so good email. So I'm not saying that our English is what it's lacking. The thing when considering soft skills, it's just not English. It's basically the way you behave, your dining etiquettes, the way you present yourself. That we have to improve a bit. I'm not saying that we don't have all that. It's just like we have to develop it more. Basically, though our college empathizes to eat on spoon and forks, I don't believe that so much. Everyone hears eats with a phone, eats with a spoon or fork every day, each day, and that doesn't happen in our culture. I'm not blaming that. Why we don't have that, but the thing is, we can't blame ourselves for that. But we have to develop it, because when you sit along with the people, like basically all officers eat together in a ship, and when other people could use their fork and knife so properly and you can't use it, we feel that okay, we are a bit low in that one. So I think that I don't want like my juniors or my cadets or my people from my country to feel that they are low. That is why I wanted to say that you really have to improve that skill to stand in tall with others. Moving on, I'll just give you a little bit brief of the current scenario of what is marine engineering right now. The first and foremost thing is the overfilled job market. Basically, you guys are just gonna pass out, or you are you in your college days. To be really frank, that our job market in India is really overfilled. People are like, I've been to Mumbai. I've been seeing them because I was doing my class course in Mumbai, and people try really hard to get a job. So that when they have a demand that we have like so much of people waiting, it definitely reflects on the people who are already sailing, saying that I have a people I could employ a guy for this much of money. Why do I want to give you this much money? So basically, to be really frank, I don't know how much people do know that the salary of marine engineers are decreasing day by day. A guy who got a salary of basically a third officer or a fourth engineer used to get around $2,000. Right now in 2002, and we are in 2021, it's the same. I'm saying, like, it's the same. It's when I say that, people don't believe it, because like even my friends don't believe that when I say my salary has reduced. They say, how could your salary reduce? You have grown up, you have stayed in the company for these much years, and like you're eligible, you're already in the promotion eligible criteria. How could company reduce your salary? I don't say that it has reduced for me. It has reduced for overall everyone, and that is only because we have more demand, but we don't have so much job opportunities. And that could be really said conveyed because our economy is still a bit low. It has faced a downward curve due to this COVID, and it hasn't been rising for a long time. To raise it to the previous levels, to me, to be honest, it might take few years, like 3-4 years minimum. I'm not saying maximum. I couldn't say it's maximum. It's minimum. So that is where the stress comes to study. You have to stand different from others. That is where we stress you to do your higher education, do your certifications, and that is what AMET is trying to do. to you. Coming on, like basically IMO 2020, which has set a rule for these emission of reduce the emissions of sulfur. Right now, we can't use high sulfur fuel in many areas. Not in many areas. You're not supposed to use a HFO fuel unless you have a scrubber fitted. And to be really frank, I don't agree that. I'm not blaming, but the thing is, even our final year students, we really don't have a clear picture of how a scrubber works. I've been working on scrubber, even I don't have a clear picture until it was fitted and until we started using it. So these things are like getting implemented newly because I don't like many people say that why is it only ship? Why is it only ship getting affected when so much companies pollute here? I really don't know what matters in ship. And they have been right now they have been implementing scrubbers. Ships are moving to LNG fuels, and not recently. Yesterday, I saw a picture on LinkedIn saying that a ship which installed. There are two types of scrubbers for your knowledge, which is an open loop scrubber and a closed loop scrubber. Open loop scrubber is a scrubber which uses the seawater to reduce your exhaust and it goes back to the sea. Basically, what we have done is we are very proud to say that we have reduced our sulfur emission on air, but we are doing it on the water. So we haven't stopped pollution. We have just made people say that, okay, I'm hiding it from air, I'll put it underwater. That is what is happening, and it has really reflected because yesterday I managed to see a picture of a stern thruster on a ship which has installed scrubber, I think 1.5 years back. The stern thruster was completely corroded only because of the sulfuric acid which has been released from the ship's scrubbing system. So open loop scrubbers, it still stands as a question mark. I don't think it will start. It has given you a solution for IMO 2020, like to reduce sulfur usage. And we haven't even fixed this problem. IMO already have started another one. They wanted to reduce carbon dioxide emission now, and companies like really wanted to push on it. And to be frank, that Musk has promised to operate a pure carbon neutral vessel in 2023 itself. That is like 7 years ahead of what IMO says. And Musk is not using LNG because, according to what Musk says, is that LNG is also a fossil fuel. It means it can also get depleted. So they have concentrated to move on methanol, and this carbon neutral vessel which comes in 2023, it's not a big ship, it's just a feeder vessel, but they have tried to make the engine run on methanol, and they say that methanol is gonna be the fuel for future. And as I stressed on the first thing, ships are getting huger with new advanced technique, but we have the same amount of crew or even less crew because, like, to be frank, I was the batch of AMET in which Musk removed cadets for the first time in the whole Musk history. And right now I'm thinking I don't think they're doing the same thing, but it started with us. I was like 2015 pass out, and as soon as we finished the cadetship in 2016, and when we gave our readiness from 63 cadets of AMET, right now my batchmates only 12 or 13 are sailing as fourth engineers and third engineers. So they started to reduce the crew because they have too much people waiting, and they could get people so cheaply, and that is where you have to stand in to say that no, I'm not cheap. I have my own skills to stand different from other people, which is why we empathize you to study more, gain more knowledge on it. Coming on, that is what I was talking about. What is the demand for higher studies? Finish BE, start, do a cadetship, and then start sailing. Then your life settles. Settles. Many people think in this way that getting one ship, okay, my life is settled. It doesn't happen in that way, my friend, because now it's not it's not that scenario now. Basically, companies are moving towards sustainable, more efficient means of operation. So we have like everything what is happening on ship is watched, recorded, analytically studied side by side on the same time when you're operating it on shore now. There are voyage managers, team manager. When a ship deviates, when a ship just deviates for 3 degrees from its course, you get a mail from the company asking that why do you deviate for 2 degrees? And it just happened in half an hour. So company just starts keeping track on what is happening every second on the ship. That means now you have to develop something to keep along with them, and they are like in need of people who could help them achieve the goal of sustainability. They are looking for marine engineers who could study something, because developing a guy from a new background who doesn't know anything, it's a bit tough for them. So if they want a guy who has been sailing for some time, who could do a master's, like study something analytically, do a master's, do an MBA, or do a course on which is like a master's in marine engineering to help them achieve it. That is where we say that, okay, this is what is there. So if I study this, I can do that. I don't you want to stand separate from others. Like you have to be unique. You don't want to be a guy who's like along with a sheep full of, and I'll be following them. So just try to move away, expand yourself. Don't draw a single line and go along with it. See the wider opportunity, see the wider opportunities and all. Another thing, it's definitely overfilled job market. So you have to be unique. When you need to be unique, everyone who passes from AMET has a BE marine engineering. Don't mind your CGPAs, but still everyone has the same degree. And how do you think that a guy gets a job and another guy doesn't get a job? That is why you have to make your profile. You have to develop your profile to be like, okay, I'm unique from the others. Like when a guy goes through like 4 or 5 CVs, he should say that, okay, this guy is unique from the others, and that unique ability will definitely get you a job. When 5 people from AMET give the same CV, how do you think that I could choose? Like, okay, all 5 are same. How could I choose between them? But when a guy who has done something different from before, I could have, okay, this guy has been different. He's standing unique from these, and that makes me the first most priority to pick that guy. Another thing is definitely the advancement in technologies and innovations, which are coming each and every day in shipping right now. As Gaurav said, that there are many ships, like people have really operated unmanned ships, but I don't agree in that ways that they could operate unmanned ships in recent future. Maybe it happens in some time. I'm not saying that it will not happen, but in recent future you don't need to worry about it. It takes a bit long time to operate it So you have to develop the new technologies, get into know like new courses which stands a bit different from others. Just don't go and study the same thing like what others do. Study something different, make yourself unique. That is what is the most priority thing which I wanted to empathize here. Already I think Gaurav gave you some course, like master degree courses. These are few which I would also suggest along with what he said. I found a very, very good course called MEL in, I think it's an University of British Columbia, which is in Vancouver, Canada. They are giving a course called MEL in marine engineering and naval architecture, and few of my fellow friends have already started their course there. They seem to say that it really helps them to develop into a career of what industry requires now, and others are a few more courses which I would suggest, like you could always do a MS Marine and Offshore Engineering, MS Sustainable Marine Operations, which is like developing right now. Another one is MBA in Shipping Logistics, which I'm gonna do. Another one is MBA. Another one is Masters in Supply Chain Management. Why I do want to bring supply chain here is basically you guys are the one who are just the first part of a supply chain, and companies like Amazon, they are really ready to welcome a mariner who has a master degree like in supply chain or an MBA to take over projects. And I have a good friend of mine who have joined Amazon recently. He studied in the US after sailing for 4 years, and he has just gone into Amazon right now. These are the PG degrees which I suggest. Leaving these, there are few certification courses for your profile unique ability. These are these project management courses. You get all these courses in your LinkedIn Learning, Udemy, Coursera, and all these things. Just try to do some certifications like blockchain technology, machine learning, data sciences. Six Sigma is a management tool, project management, PMP certification. PMP certifications are really a very good certification to have in the back of your name. So it makes your profile wider, not just condensed or contained into marine industry. You can move on, like spread your wings and just fly up. Why do you wanna just sit in a place? Just fly high, reach high. So I would like to stay in touch with all of you. You can just always add me on LinkedIn. I have given you my LinkedIn ID. Thank you for this really good opportunity for me to express.
Thank you, sir. I mean, your presentation has been very, elaborate and in-depth, I should say. I know Madam is just waiting to take the mic and, announce the next program, but still, I can't keep quiet without thanking both the speakers. Powerful speeches. Wow, Sir Gautam Kumar Sinha was on technical part of it in depth, and your presentation, Mr. Kumaran sir, was on the interrelationship with various other courses and so on. And really shocking that Amazon and other concerns are also looking for mariners. See, one thing I would like to, thank our speakers and as well as tell our, audience also who are listening, mariners, particularly mariners. You see, sir explained about Amazon and various other concerns. See, mariner is a very unique, person. He is not like the other, regular college students. Mariners can never say no to a job on board a ship. That is how he is being trained. You can ask both the speakers; they will tell you in depth. We cannot use the word saying, "I cannot do this, sir." But only thing is, we have to keep trying and tell him, "Sir, I'm trying my level best, sir," and keep going on. See, this is one spirit which has made the mariners to be employed worldwide in various aspects of degree, higher studies. So we mariners have got the caliber to adopt ourselves, to change like a chameleon, I should say. I can rightly say, depending upon the area in space, the place where we are, we have to, as the chameleon changes its colors, that animal changes its colors, that insect changes its colors, we too have got that adaptability capacity with us. So here you have gained a lot. Keep in touch with both the speakers. I thank Gaurav Kumar Sinha as well as Mr. Kumaran Helen sir for his wonderful speech. I think we would like to hear more and more. And I hand over the mic to Dr. Madhuram, Madam. Yes, it's all, the platform is yours. Thank you. Thank you to both the speakers. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Rihana,
you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, sir, for the clarity and knowledge you imparted. It is definitely beneficial to each one of us. Thank you, sir. With the opportunities lying before you, I now call upon this session for interaction and query clarifications.
Yes.
participants can unmute yourself, and if you have any doubts regarding anything, you can ask your speakers.
Madam, you can also show yourself in the screen, so that it will be easy for them to, interact with the questions. Very good. Thank you. Few more minutes.
Yes, yes.
Dear participants, this is a very good opportunity. Any doubt arising to your higher studies, you have two wonderful, eminent alumni and speakers. You can share with them and you can clear your doubts. Even at this age, I have a doubt to be clear to Gautam, I think. So I'll ask him in the end. It's related to visa process and so on.
Yeah, please, sir, of course.
Yes. I want the cadets to take part. Come on. What happened, dear cadets? I thought the platform will be flooded with questions now. Madam, are the cadets, they can mute themselves or we have to mute them?
No, sir, they can mute themselves, sir.
Okay. Dear cadets, I think they are, all overwhelmed now with, ideas, thinking what to do next. Huh?
Sir,
Anyway,
you
I
are
leave it to
telling
the-
that extra studies.
Yeah, of course. See, life is, even now at this age, I study, madam. I'm going to do my AECS course. Even Madhuram madam and yourself did your VICT courses. All examinations we are writing. So we are improving our knowledge. Until death, there is always studies. Madam, the platform is yours. Don't worry. You just look in for the time and accordingly go ahead.
Okay. So Rihana, you can continue.
So, as all good things come to an end, I call upon Mr. Harish Kumar, Assistant Professor, Department of Marine Engineering, to express our gratitude.
Thank you, Rifana. I hope I'm audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good evening to one
You
and
are
all
audible,
present
sir.
here. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Good evening to one and all present here. Myself, Harish Kumar, Assistant Professor, Department of Marine Engineering, AMET deemed to be University, takes immense pleasure in delivering the vote of thanks. First of all, I would like to thank God Almighty for having us safe with all good health during this pandemic. I take immense pleasure in extending my gratitude to our Chancellor, Pro Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, and Registrar for accepting our proposal and granting permission to organize this event with a great success. Next, I would like to thank our principal, Professor Bhupati Bhaskaran, for providing us with this moral support and also to bring such a powerful speakers for this lovely session which has happened today. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to thank Dean Academics, Dr. T. Sashilata, for guiding us and supporting us in organizing this event. Thank you, ma'am. Now, without thanking these two inspirational heroes, we can't conclude the event. Now, I would like to thank these two speakers who have imparted their knowledge about what is the need of going for higher studies and what are the merits in higher studies, doing higher studies. Sir, your speech was really wonderful, and these two speakers have imparted their knowledge with a vast experience what they have come across their life, and I hope all the cadets would have taken this into their mind, and they will be just thinking of what is to be done in their future after their graduation is over. And I want to say some few words before coming to the end. Learning, I do agree with what our Professor Bhupati Bhaskaran as well as the two speakers have committed in this forum, stating learning doesn't need age. Even at the age of 60s or 80s, we can learn. So, and one more thing is to be known by everyone. Learning is not going to be wasted at any cost. So, learning imparts more knowledge, and even we will be the teachers for others also. So don't stop learning, whatever it is, technical or non-technical, whatever it might be. But keep on be learning, improve your knowledge, and develop something so as to bring laurels to the university as well as to the parents. So with this, I would like to thank both the speakers for giving an inspirational presentation. Thank you, Engineer Gaurav Kumar Sinha and Engineer Kumar. Now, I would like to thank the fellow participants, the cadets of AMET deemed to be university. I thank all the participants and the professors, deans, HODs of all the other departments of AMET deemed to be university for being patient and listening to the session. Thank you one and all. Stay home, stay safe. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. And thank you all for making this program. And dear participants, kindly register your feedback in the link posted in the chat box. And your suggestions are highly valuable for us to grow. So kindly fill the feedback form. And thank you once again, everyone.
Feedback form is very important, dear cadets, because that gives you the certification, process. So it will be very much useful for your project when you're coming to the campus, as I mentioned it earlier. Thank you. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, Principal Sir. Thank you, Engineer
Yes.
Sir. Thank you, speakers. Thank you, everyone.
Yes. Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you very much,
Yes.
sir. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
I
Bye bye.
thank both the speakers, Gaurav Kumar Sinha and Kumaran Akhil. Thank you for being a part of this event.
Sir, thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Yes,
Thank you very much,
thank
sir.
you.
See you, sir. Take care.
Thank you.
And dear participants, kindly fill the feedback form, submit your responses, and then leave the meeting. Thank you. Smiley ma'am, thank you.
Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you. எல்லாத்துக்கும் thank you.
Thanks for giving the opportunity. Thank you.
Then how many works, how many helps you have done. Thank you, Shanti ma'am.
Thank you, pa. Thank you.
And I hope you have a good comparing team, ma'am.
Ah, yes, sir. We found it for cultures, no, sir. The same thing.
Right. So they are doing good.
Yeah. At a very short time, only day before yesterday, I told her.
Right. Good. Keep it up, Ripana.
Ah.
Ma'am, can I leave, ma'am?
Ah, yes, sir. You can. Sir. Just wait
Okay,
for all other participants to leave and I will leave. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Ah, thank you. Shanti ma'am, shall I stop the meeting, Shanti ma'am?
Okay, pa.
Okay, ma'am. Then I'm leaving.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Participants, thank you. Fill the feedback.
Thank you, ma'am.